something. It's something personal that I want to do when I come back on. But I want to talk about this. So, hi, everybody. My name is Majesty Angel. I just want to say thank you so much for rocking out with me. I just want to say thank you so much for my day ones, those who have been with me from the beginning when I started my YouTube channel. I just want to thank you, right? Um, Now I'm trying to be able to put this in a packet, and I usually understand that the first 30 seconds or the first minute to any intro into any platform or to, I guess, whatever we do, because the intro is what pull people in sometimes and keep them on tack. Now, I was going over Twitter just a little bit, and I was looking at some things. And what I'm noticing, because I was trying to talk about purpose and my video got messed up, because when somebody called me, it's like, and I answer it, it's like it wipes off the sound. And I was talking about how it's very, very crazy how, because I didn't understand it, but now I understand it. It's very, very crazy how now I understand a little bit why. I don't know if she was talking about it or maybe she was common enough about it, because the conversation, I believe, and I wish I could find the whole interview or the whole segment of the podcast, because when Little V was talking about people in the industry, right? Because I guess she was talking about how everybody thinks that it's cool now, and how some people want to get in, and how tomorrow it can shift, and understanding your purpose. Now, for a lot of people, because this is what's happening right now on social media, and a lot of people don't understand this part, meaning the TikTokers, the YouTubers, the motivational speakers, and regular people. You have, because I'm just going to say it like I want to say it. You have mega superstars who are now, or you have celebrities who are now, they don't understand what's taking place. Social media at this time, because I always like to say, is exposing every single body, meaning regular people and people who were in this class of who they are and the way that they were trying to come across to the people, and it's changing. You have now regular ordinary people, meaning regular people, now becoming to be famous. You have regular people now who are starting to climb up the ladder. Now, I read a little bit of what Nicki Minaj said. It always baffled me sometimes how she come back in, but that's just how she is, just a little bit. And what she said was, she was talking about the X community. Now, the X community is the space part where a lot of people don't understand. The space part is more of a part where you could kind of come in like a podcast a little bit. You can go, you can talk. And what she said to me lets me know that this bitch is watching. She's also watching the rise of people, because what she said was, Instagram has became a little bit more for influencers and for people who are clickbaits, meaning, I'm doing this with my hands because it's very, very tricky. Meaning, it's not that. That's why I always like to say, because a lot of people don't understand. Twitter gave people their shot. And I don't think people understand that. Only why I understand that is because I'm very, very heavy on social media. Very, very heavy. I'm on a lot of different shit moving because of what I'm doing. So it's not nothing that I pass. But you have a lot of people, meaning certain people who are getting their opportunities to be able to come up on a big screen. That's what Twitter is. I have seen a lot of different YouTubers, some YouTubers that I have seen been on YouTube for a very, very long time, get that exposure, meaning so many different people at this time are navigating to people who they feel that they can relate to, who they are, who they like reliable and shit like that. And you have other people, meaning you have the celebrity people, who feel some type of way. Social media is changing drastically. Uh-huh. Social media is like poison. And I don't mean to say that. Social media is now television, right? It's telling a vision on whatever fake fucking narrative. Now, what's so funny about what I'm about to say is because the other day, and this is why I always like to say this about girls. If you don't know how beautiful you are, meaning your skin color, your nationality, your body type, how beautiful your nose is, how beautiful your face is, how beautiful your little small ass is. You know what I'm saying? How beautiful certain shit that's just within who you are. Social media will convince you that you are the ugliest motherfucker on the planet. And then because you are not really grounded in who you are, social media will convince you that you need to switch over, meaning whatever work field or whatever that you're doing that is not good enough. Then for these dumbass niggas, because you have some of these guys who say, yo, because you don't make 100K a year, or you don't make this, that, and the third, it will start to damper, and it'll start to pollute people, meaning it will pollute a whole bunch of different women. Or you will have a lot of women and shit like that who would disgrace, who would destroy an average man and make him feel like he's not fucking good enough because he's not making motherfucking six figures. Social media is exposing everybody the way that they need to be exposed. Social media is exposing the poor to the fucking rich. Social media didn't fuck up relationships. It taught a whole bunch of different people a whole bunch of different shit. I hope that I'm teaching people a whole bunch of different shit about the importance of how beautiful that you are, and how important it is to understand your worth and to know whatever that you bring, either it's a relationship or it's a business part. Social media is very fucked up. Now, what I'm seeing, because these bitches are haters. They're haters. Some people's destinies and a whole bunch of different things that they're really, really aligned to do, is 10 times bigger. That's why I was trying to say before on the purpose part. For when little V was like, don't look at what I got for me, because what I got for me, this is what God ordained for me, or some shit like that. And this is why I want to tell women, and I think I'm going to keep repeating this shit. Do not worry about what she got going on. No woman, and no woman that's following me on my motherfucking platform should ever be paying attention to what the next woman have. Because you, meaning the same women who you sit up here on these prestigious ass motherfucking stages and shit, for it's another girl that's going to come and she's going to beat Simone Biles' record. It's going to be another girl who gets into the industry and she's going to surpass Beyonce. It's going to be another group or another power couple that's going to surpass Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's just how life is. And when people don't understand that sometimes your blessings can outweigh others, you will no longer give a fuck about what they're doing, what they're touching. A lot of people, because you will be surprised how people wake up in the morning time just to see how many fucking subscribers you have had. You will be surprised how many people are keeping track of people. And I hope people who rock with me never do that. It's some more shit that I want to say, but it's like it's missing just a little bit. So then Plies say, okay, everybody gained their attention, but they're not getting enough money, or they're still broke. That's pocket watching. You understand what I'm saying? Because anything within life, everybody is trying to finesse and try to figure shit out. And that's how niggas become gatekeeping. You know how people say, oh, this nigga's gatekeeping. She's gatekeeping. Everybody at some type of a level in life gatekeep. Everybody always say that they want niggas to do good. They want people to do better than them, but they're lying. So this nigga just said, you doing all the attention, but you guess what? You don't even know how to get money. Listen, for you will have certain people who bank accounts will be bigger than them. This is very, very crazy because I'll be seeing this a lot. I don't know, it kind of died down just a little bit. At one point, you had people that were trying to mix and match, meaning you had celebrity niggas, or niggas, or however, the girls, that were trying to match up, meaning to couple up. And then what happens is once they find a couple, however that it may be, they want to introduce the couple to the masses. And 9 out of 10, either the masses is going to accept them or the masses is not going to accept them. And what people fail to realize when it comes to that, it's kind of like people are trying to shift and create like a power duel. You know what I'm saying? Like they call motherfucking Sexy Red and Cheap Keep. They said these niggas is like the power couple. Do motherfuckers know what a power couple is? A power couple is somebody, meaning two different individuals that come from two different lifestyles, and because of their stories and wherever that they came from, and then because of the story is so fucking out of this world, and people would never even fucking imagine. Like Rihanna and motherfucking A$AP Rocky. The whole world didn't expect these two motherfuckers to come together like that, but unfortunately, once they get to that pinnacle and the masses actually accept them, and from a whole bunch of different things that they can do, because when you are really a power couple, the movement, the way that you can impact, meaning expire, meaning when motherfuckers look at you, they get inspiration. Meaning like, yo, if they can do some shit like that, I can. Or it can be either or, meaning, yo, oh my God, like, he's just so this, that, and the third. But he has a regular girl, or however that it may be. Or he loves her. You understand what I'm saying? Or it could be some shit with her. For the same thing happened. I always love this story. With Prince Harry and fucking Meghan. Every time I sit down and I watch Suits, and I see her and shit, because she was nothing. She was no fucking body. Meghan, that married Prince Harry, was a nobody. Her bloodline changed, meaning her kids and shit is a motherfucking heir to the motherfucking throne over there in the United Kingdoms and shit. She has become an inspiration, an impact to a whole bunch of different other little girls. For now, when they look at her, they think that one day that they can be able to marry a motherfucking prince or some shit like that. Because of the stories and a whole bunch of y'all niggas need to go watch that first documentary when she was actually talking about the shit that she really had to go through just dealing with him and the racism and shit that she went through. I was real baffled and shit because they wanted to see if her fucking babies was gonna come out black and shit like that. And I'm just saying, right? So I don't really know where the fuck that part came from. But when you have women, especially women, because I'm seeing that shit left and right. But when you have a woman that's just a regular, ordinary person sometimes, and now she is blessed or it's just within her destiny, that's sometimes people's purpose. Sometimes, and I love that because I tried to say that earlier, sometimes God have to use a person, or sometimes God have to use a union to be on public display. And my channel is a divinely blessed channel. So everybody who rocking out with me, I always say that people purpose are so powerful and they're so great. And majority of the people who's rocking out with me, some of you have to be seen on the big screen because God have to use you so he can get his glory. What am I talking about? Sometimes through a lot of different things that we have been through in life, people will say, oh my God, nobody but God did that to him because his life was so fucked up. He was just doing this, he was doing that, or whatever. Her life was just so this, that, and the third. But look at God. And in this season, it's like, yo, this world needs some type of a hope. You know what I mean? Hope. Meaning because of certain people and the way that they're going and a whole bunch of different things that they're going to do. That's why I always say for some people, don't worry about that. And definitely for some couples, because I said that shit the other day. You had certain people who were stealing people motherfucking ideas and shit. And I'm just saying the way people want to propose to people, the way people want to position people, the way people want to go about and they want to talk about certain things. You have a whole bunch of different people who are trying to steal certain people ideas and shit. They might get a little clickbait, however, but because it really didn't come from the real, true person. I always say that. That's why just within a whole bunch of different things that people are doing, you have to understand. So social media, I love social media. And it's so funny because the other day, what I did was, because this girl, she was on and she said, oh, I just shitted on somebody with my hair. Oh, I'm shitting on these hoes with my hairstyle. And she showed her hairstyle and then she turned around from the back because for some weird reason now on TikTok and all over, everybody want to show how fat their ass is, right? Now, first, at one point, everybody wanted to be small, petite, you know what I'm saying, with a nice, cute little ass. So it's so funny. So yesterday I said, sit your little ass down. Sometimes I'm the villain, sometimes. I said, sit your little small little ass down. So now today, as I'm looking at everybody now, the thick bitches is coming out. Everybody coming out with their little two-piece and shit on. Everybody turning around and shit. So you girls have to understand the level of competition to be seen. The level of competition to be seen is at its most ultimate high. But the women who are not, I always say that shit because that's my shit. I never have to, and listen, I'm not competing with somebody who will never compare to me. People need to understand that. For I know that my ride is a blessed ride. I know that because I believe it within my essence, I believe it within my soul. For I know that my blessings are going to be very, very big and powerful, because I always say certain shit, like even for myself. And that's what a lot of women don't understand, meaning within a group of friends. And that's why a lot of women don't understand the real true word of friendship. Because even within my friendship group, it just might be another woman who's going to surpass me. But I have no inkling of any hate within my blood. No inkling of jealousy within my blood. Because if we're all rolling together and she might become 10 times farther than me, we all win. Because at the end of the day, I wanted you to win. At the end of the day, I wanted you to surpass me. Because the higher certain women go, or the higher that certain women go, the higher level that certain men go, the higher that some couples go, that means that they are able to attack certain things in certain arenas. Meaning they have to go and be the first to do certain things. So other people can understand that it's possible. Shit can work. You know why? Because they did it. She did it. He did it. And people, meaning the celebrities, are very, very terrified because the light and the motion, or however the fuck that they had on them, is being changed by an ordinary fucking person. So that's what it is. It's just the hate. So I come here today. I appreciate social media. For real, for real. I understand it, and I see motherfuckers see me, and I see you. But let me tell you, I always like to say this shit, and I say this so fucking disrespectfully. People can take it however they want to take it. For I do not give a fuck about how many followers you have, how many paid subscriptions that you have. I don't give a fuck if you're flying on a jet. I don't give a fuck that you living in a mansion. I don't give a fuck about none of that because I pay nobody from poor to rich, from rich to poor, any motherfucking mind. I'm just saying. You just never know. And people don't understand that. For you never know what type of new doors of opportunities or anything that people are going to come across. I know that my road is blessed, for real. And it's my duty as a wise queen to be very, very careful and be on guard sometimes about the way that I'm going and the things that I say sometimes and a whole bunch of other different things, because sometimes you don't want to let your blessings or whatever like get out there a little bit too soon before it's supposed to. That's why I was trying to tell a lot of people before, when you're just doing certain things, you have to keep a lot of things like hidden sometimes. You're not supposed to tell, like sometimes it's like, not like that. I mean, if you're working on an amazing project, you have to keep it to yourself. Because once you start speaking that shit out there, or you say it to people who you don't understand that these motherfuckers really don't like you, they're gonna start to try to damper and try to fuck something up before you can even start. That's almost like when two people are talking and shit like that. It's very, very important. It'd be very, very important sometimes for people not to address certain different shit. You understand what I'm saying? But for people to actually, get to know each other behind the scenes, or however that it may be. And that's the down part of being able to know like the ups and the highs of a motherfucker. Or a motherfucker could be able to have the opportunity to be able to tell you a whole bunch of different shit. So once certain shit do come out there in the forefront, because it's so funny how sometimes how certain people don't even like people, or don't even be interested until a motherfucker actually know, like, oh shit, he talked to her, oh shit, she talked to him. And then everybody in a motherfucking mother would try to be going after both of them, or everything up underneath the sun would start coming up to light about this motherfucker. This motherfucker ain't shit. He beat up bitches. He don't know how to do this. He's a son of a bitch. He's a cheater. Or she's this, that, and the third. And she ain't shit. Like, oh my God. Do you know about her? Do you know who I'm dealing with? And the motherfucker's already to the point, like, if you don't get the fuck away from me, it's nothing that you can tell me about him, and there's nothing that you can tell her. You understand what I'm saying? For our union, that's why some unions are very, very important sometimes, when you build certain shit in secret. So when you come to that point, it's like, yo, it's like a force of a different nature. And people are looking at people totally differently. And that's what makes it very, very sweet and very, very grand sometimes. And then dealing with the different levels of certain shit, or however that it might come, or however that it might go, then motherfuckers is like, I'm just saying for certain people, because it shouldn't be on the aspect of the paying part. But when you have certain things that's just fucking viral fucking moments, I mean, fucking GQ magazine moments and shit like that, or fucking Jada Pickett, the red top table and shit like that, or whatever, a person gonna be like, well, how the fuck did this happen? Like, like, you gotta be kidding me. And then that's where it go from a whole bunch of different things. So social media is scaring a whole bunch of fucking people. And then what you will have too, you will have people, meaning old bitches, old niggas and shit like that. Because, I always laugh at that. Because you will have, maybe because this nigga was fucking with her, you know what I mean? Or she was doing this with him, or however that it may be. Just because certain niggas used to backdoor people, or certain people used to, slide off of you. I'm just talking a whole bunch of different aspects. Or it don't even have to be like that. It could be like within your hood or some shit like that. Or what the shit that you was doing. And the motherfucker like, you know what I mean? And the motherfucker be like, nah, I'm good. Like, what the fuck? Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, nah, I'm cool. I'm straight. And people don't understand that part. So I always like to say social media, social media has the power to, social media has the power to really make people a household name. And have the power to change people's life drastically. But you want to know about this part? I said this like a month ago. I said, for a lot of people who went first, because you seeing it, a lot of people went first and they didn't do exactly everything that they were supposed to do when they went first. So now you have a whole bunch of newcomers Meaning the new influencers, the new motivational speakers and shit like that, the new singers and shit, the new rappers and the new political people. And now they have their first time, they have a good opportunity for them to be able to do what they need to do. And they're going to handle this shit so swiftly. You know why? Because I'm just saying for myself, I'm watching. Look at the examples that went before me. They felt terribly. That's why I always like to inspire a whole bunch of different girls dealing with, if you want to come in the industry, if you want to do whatever that you need to do, then you need to do it the correct way. Because when you're dealing with within different entities and different things like that, you have to walk and you have to be and you have to, be like with grace and shit and have fucking respect and shit like that. And don't be a son of a bitch. Meaning, I don't care how famous you get. If you supposed to be there at 9 o'clock, motherfucker, that means you supposed to be 15 minutes early. For any time that you're early, you're on time. And any time that you're on time, you're fucking late. And a lot of people don't understand that part. Because that's showing people, whoever the fuck that it may be, that you are still reliable and that you are still very, very punctual and that you are still very, very business orientated and shit like that. Nobody should be leaving a taste within people's mouth like, yo, she was just late. And I always say that. Who the fuck is you to make a whole bunch of different people fucking wait for you? Nobody should be like that. For if I'm scheduled or you're scheduled to be there, that mean you're supposed to be on time. I think I get that shit from my mom because I'm very, very punctual and shit like that. Very, very. And I like that. And a lot of people don't understand that. Is there anything else that she said? Nah, but it's hate. When I seen her say that, it's giving it to influencers and clickbaits. No, it's just the algorithm. I could tell people that shit for myself because it's like the algorithm now in 2026 for my shit on my Instagram is very, very fucked up. Because before, when I used to post and I used to do a whole bunch of different things, my stuff did very, very well. So for different people's accounts, it's not that you don't have good content. It's just something underneath your algorithm that's not pushing you out there to the masses like that. And it can be also because of who you are. But I still encourage people today. People see you, yo, for real. They see people more than what the fuck that you think that they see you. And some people are so fucking threatened, by the rise of people. I love social media. I really, really do. So yo, that's crazy. She must have been going in, Nicki Minaj, last night. Because I see she's like trending. This girl is bugged out. It's just a shame. I'm looking at certain things on my social media. It's like, it's a shame. You like, it's a shame is that it's just so like tacky. It really is tacky for a lot of I guess people who, already had the shot, or to do what they need to do. But I always say people's real true self are just them being a bitch. You know what I mean? You got some women who are just a bitch. You just got some niggas who are assholes. And once people understand that, it just turns it off. This stunning girl, she crazy. I think that's what she's talking about. I'm just looking over certain things on here because it's mad funny. Like, people are mad funny. People keep getting up there performing terribly. Really, really bad. And it doesn't make no sense. But I come here today to say, yeah, my baby. It's so cute. Yeah. So let me get off of here. I had enough. I was supposed to say something else. Yeah, for real, for real. And that girl from fucking Atlanta, she's a hater. I come on here and I talk about little music shit, but the girl talking about Lotto, she's a hater. I forgot her name. Like, talking about, like, I never understood why women watch women like that so bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? and then you come up there and then you want to like try to diss somebody, you want to go against people, and people don't be getting the response that they be thinking, or because they search they they do certain shit. You have people will look at people for who they are. You know what I mean? And the worst thing you can ever have, I'm not telling nobody, because I love, when I tell you guys, I love you guys out there, and I love the eyeglasses that I'm like people are looking after, like looking at. It's like crazy. Like the worst thing another woman can be labeled is a hater, yo. You know what I'm saying? A hater, a person that's pocket watching, or a hater that's mad because he like her, he loves her, and certain shit like that. I mean, it's very, very mind boggling. Like for real, for real. And then you have like some women who are very, very like what's the word I was looking for? Like they be so mad, like they be so mad that certain women are have like a certain lifestyle and shit like that. Like what the fuck are you worrying about that shit for? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Because that's what people really wanted. So bitch, just say that. You know what I'm saying? You wanted that just in general, or however. But that's what be happening. And that yo Cam Newton, I love his little podcast on YouTube, because he had a the guy, I guess he was talking about Cardi B or whatever, but he said some real shit. Like he was saying like today's dating is like, he called it like prostitution or some shit like that, because today's dating is like more, yeah, for the women, and like for the women, and that shit is so fucked up, because for the women now is more like how I said the other day, like what you can do for me, what you can provide for me, we dating, like, and shit like that. Like niggas off the rip just supposed to start taking care of them and doing this and doing all of that other shit. So bitch, you not really trying to date him, bitch. You trying to date his pockets. You trying to date his bank account. You know what I'm saying? You really don't see him for who the fuck he is. You see him morally as a fucking price tag. So this is why people get, I guess, what the fuck that they get. And people have to understand too, because you have some women who will be mad. You like, what's the mad part? You got some people who are mad because they feel like now Tiara's about to get everything. It's not like that. Some people meet people when they're trauma bonding, and a lot of people don't understand that. Go look that shit up. Go look what the fuck trauma bonding is. Trauma bonding is when this bitch or this nigga came into your life when you were just so fucked up. You were just at your lowest state of form, meaning you didn't even know who the fuck that you were. You were dealing with a whole bunch of different things, and unfortunately, she just came around that different particular time, and y'all just kind of like trauma bond. So I always say, what happens after a motherfucker is no longer in a trauma bonding energy? The trauma bonding energy is now over. You like, what the fuck you mean the trauma bond? Now this motherfucker is healing. He's glowing a lot different. And then those conversations or those situations that they usually be in, you no longer feel like fulfilled from that, because it's like now your spirit is urging for something different. You want to do a whole bunch of different things. You want to fly. You know what I mean? Be crazy, like your creativity, a whole bunch of other different things, and then you start seeing people differently. Like, hold on, like, wait a minute. And then you have certain people where nobody in the world should be like, well, I was there for you for this, this, that, and the third, and I was there for you when you was fucked up, and I was there, because you have people who do that. And when people say that, fucking run. You know what I mean? Because that mean girl, that mean dude, you really didn't do that shit from out of a kindness, of a good space and shit like that. But I call that fucking trauma bonding. Because now people have served their purpose. That's why people have to understand that shit. Like how, and people don't understand that. They don't. They get it so fucked up. I always say that. But social media is amazing. It really, really is. Social media give people the opportunity to actually see how life is really supposed to be. Meaning the way certain people are supposed to behave, treat people. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Even it should be an eye opener to some of these ungrateful ass bitches too. You know what I'm saying? But they don't look like that. And for the most part, people actually figured out their formula, meaning they figured out their formula to be able to. I don't like that. I'm different. Like, I'm real different because mm, it's like then like whatever the fuck that you're doing, it become tainted because you no longer, like I said that shit the other day, like social media, you doing whatever, it's supposed to be fun, you know what I mean, you're supposed to get some type of a piece of awareness from out of it, but now you're no longer operating from out of that energy, you're morally operating from out of greed. You understand what I'm saying? Because I got more than enough people. That's how people look at it. I got more than enough people. However, if I wanted to come up here and I wanted to do all of this, you know what I'm saying? I can charge this amount of money and I can be able to get 10,000, 25,000 to be able to get this, that, and the third. And that's how people be doing people. So it's no longer that I'm coming up here because I always say like this is my ministry. For real, for real. My platform, my YouTube channel, and anything that I do, that's my ministry. Meaning, this is the way that I hope that I can be able to, most importantly, to be able to connect with people, and to be able to learn from people as well, because we all learn from each other. You can learn from each other by a whole bunch of trials and tribulations that we have been through. Because for a lot of different things that I've probably been through in my life, and I have gone through a whole bunch of different things, I always like to say, for it's like five other six girls behind me. So my duty as just being who I am is to try to inspire people the best way that I can, to always tell them to keep your head up, to keep moving. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's something bigger around the corner. And people don't understand that. They just want to make great content and shit like that. They just want to do this and shit because they know that they're going to get a check at the end of the month, or the, however that YouTube pay out these fucking checks and shit like that, and TikTok pay out a whole bunch of different things and shit like that. So it becomes more of a greed. So that means that you're only dealing with short money. You understand what I'm saying? You're not looking at it as long jeopardy. Long jeopardy is when actually you are called to do something. You are blessed and ordained to do something. And when a lot of people are blessed and ordained to do a whole bunch of shit, then it'll last for eternity. And then your reach and your love and a whole bunch of different things will go all over across the world, and a whole bunch of different people can be able to love you and rock with you like that because they see that you actually give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And that's what social media is doing to a lot of people, because a lot of people are woke and people are underestimating that shit. And like, what? Hell yeah, a lot of people are woke. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my phone. Y'all know how my phone be going, but that was like more of a business call and stuff like that. But yeah, man, you like unbelievable. Like, for real, unbelievable. The hate that's going on. I'm like, what? I always say that shit sometimes. For, women, meaning, how, like, it's mad weird because I didn't want to say that because then that'd be petty, and I'm not a petty woman. Like, I'm not petty, I'm not bitter, I'm not miserable. You know what I mean? I'm not hating. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? For I don't know why I got to keep almost repeating the same shit. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why any woman would do that. You know what I mean? Or I hope that nobody will ever think that I'm doing no shit like that, because I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because you have someone say, oh, he bought her this. He doing this for her. He doing that for her and shit like that. Like, bitch, what the fuck are you so concerned? I'm just saying that. For, you understand what I'm saying? Because you do, and then you go fuck up. Because you think that it's people just have boyfriend and girlfriend. Now you could have married couple and shit like this. Like, oh shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I damn sure ain't doing no shit like that. Like the battle of the marriage people. You know what I'm saying? Now this bitch, you, because that's how it was in, like, for real. Married to Medicine and shit like that, or the Real Housewives like of Atlanta, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake, a whole bunch of different shit. Like, me and my husband, we are never, we're never competing with nobody. You understand what I'm saying? No married couple should be fucking competing with the next fucking married couple. Or no married couple should be looking at what the fuck the next married couple had. You understand what I'm saying? For what God might provide you with. You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna probably be. I always say that because that's life. That's normal. For some couples and some married couples, what the fuck these people have? These people can get a whole bunch of different. You know what I mean? Their blessings is gonna be 10 times bigger. You know what I mean? Their love, their support is gonna be 10 times bigger. Their bag and shit is gonna be 10 times bigger. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that part. I haven't seen this type of a power couple. I'm not gonna say it because I want these dumb niggas to try to figure it out. For real. You like what? For real, because people are liars. And people are starting to be exposed for being liars. Even down to the most successful, like, power couple and a whole bunch of different shit. Like Rihanna, her punk ass just got exposed. You like, why I'm talking about her? You think I'm lying? Go look at that shit on Twitter. You like, what the fuck did she say? She said people need to be grateful that they got makeup from out of her, that they got lingerie and shit from out of her, and that they got shit from out of her. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? People are supposed to be grateful. No, bitch, you supposed to be grateful. You like, girl, no. Y'all, the people. Y'all are supposed to be grateful. How do a person become a successful millionaire? How the fuck do a person become a successful billionaire? It's because the people made you a billionaire, bitch. The people made you a billionaire or a millionaire, dummy. So for people to say just the little things, people should understand that. And it should turn people off. For real, for real. For real, for real. That's why I always say, some of y'all, I always say that some of y'all, some people need to understand who the fuck you following. For the person who you have, just deemed the queen or the king, this nigga is wicked than a motherfucker. She's a hater. For real. You know what I mean? She's so hateful. She's a hater. She's so pressed. She's not really motivating people and shit like that. And people don't understand that. You're like, what? Hell no. I see people for who they are. You're like, what I'm saying? Because I don't mean to talk about this shit. You're like, what the fuck? I seen what the fuck Carly B said. Carly B is like, I love Carly B. I really, really do. For real, for real. For real, for real, for real. Now, I hate talking about the music shit. I really, really hate. And I'm not even going to talk about the music shit no more. But I always say, from now, you got her popping out, meaning you got Nicki Minaj and shit popping out and a whole bunch of different shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't mean to say it like that because I wish nothing but the best for Carly B. I do. But bitch, you just went on your tour. You dropped your album, which your tour is doing very, very good. It's doing amazing. Your album and shit is doing a very, very good. It's doing amazing. It is. But this, I call Nicki Minaj Cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. But Cuckoo for Cocoa Pops, she didn't come yet. For real. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. But that's what happens sometimes when you went first. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when people go first, you got to make sure that you solidify and you do a whole bunch of different things. And even when you do go first, people have to be very, very humble and be very, very grateful. Not saying that she's not humble or that she's grateful, but just that you have done something, you know what I mean? That is very, very beautiful, is very, very powerful and shit like that. But when other people have their turn, you have to understand that, you know what I'm saying? What you have done, they just might do a little bit better. The income that you just pulled, shit, they just might do a whole bunch of different things. But I love how her support team is very, very deep, you know what I mean? For it wasn't, oh, this, that, and the third. No, the real true, meaning your real true community, meaning the people who really, really rock with you like that, made you rich like that. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that. Niggas is paying $10,000, $15,000, and so on, whatever, to get good motherfucking seats. So imagine a motherfucking arena that hold 50 to 60. Like Kanye West is the best that I have ever did it. This nigga doing a one night special, whatever the fuck, in an arena, he have already surpassed and grossed a whole bunch of fucking people just off of one motherfucking night. That's a power fucking. You the fuck? That's the assignment. Some people just have an assignment like that. Now that's beyond a megastar. That's a nigga that can end it. Like 50 Cent was talking about, he's the algorithm. I don't know what the fuck, because I'm just so disappointed with him, this nigga Max B. You like this nigga, and then this nigga got a fucking crown like he's the king. Like the fuck, nigga. I don't know what the fuck. Like you rapping like you like. Like, Angel, shut up. I'm not shutting up. He's rapping like he's a new fucking artist that's just coming in the industry and shit like that, or however that it may be. And that shit that he did with 50 Cent was ass. And I don't understand why the world's not telling him this. You like, what? And I yelled at French Montana. For real. I yelled at French Montana, and everybody think I'm lying. Go see that niggas performing on the block, the block when he in front of the fucking bodega. That's like the worst fucking song that he ever did. That's how I knew French Montana helped him. Because they were talking about, oh, ever since you left me. That shit kind of hot though. But it was because of French. So when DDG said that shit, he was right. Some niggas need certain niggas to be able to push their shit, because on their own, they suck. And that's why I was waiting for him to do something by his motherfucking self, because I wanted to see for myself. You can't think that you the man and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because when it's time for these niggas, for real, to do shit by themselves, they can't deliver. And I told them on the block, it's going to take more than 6 months or whatever. I don't even think that the nigga had 500,000 views. I'm going to go back as soon as I get off the live, because now I'm interested and shit like that. You're talking about, and everybody's mad at fucking T.I. I never seen it. Everybody now everybody at this particular time, all these rappers and these niggas that's coming after T.I. and saying shit, now these niggas are clout chasing. They're clout chasing like a motherfucker. And that's why I always say, it's something about these niggas down there in Atlanta. These niggas down there in Atlanta, they got that click, click, clack. So you cannot take that shit away from these niggas. And then all of a sudden they saying this and they saying that. No, all of y'all niggas at this particular time, y'all clout chasing. Because what this nigga did is, you like, you can't get mad. Certain these niggas have assignments. I don't want to say another person, but goddamn, like, hell yeah. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, use that. Sometimes these niggas got to use that. And I wouldn't even say nothing, because he did his job. For real. So certain these niggas is just, they just have a beautiful light over them. It doesn't matter what they do. They just going to get that traction because they have that. Busta Rhymes funny as hell though. He really, really is. He talking that big Tony shit. But I don't even think T.I. shouldn't even say nothing, because I look at even what the fuck he doing as that like clout chasing. You know, Busta Rhymes, he's an amazing MC and this, that, and the third. And these niggas is taking it to the left. You know what I'm saying? When he said how the fuck New York City respects him as a king. Not that he went against NYC and he was saying this, that, and the third. And a lot of people don't understand that. 50 Cent is a nigga, that nigga don't have no motherfucking moral and integrity and shit like that. And only why I say that is because the shit that he do. How the fuck you just orchestrate and you want to go get all of these different people that now you're trying to destroy people's legacies and you're trying to do a whole bunch of different things. It's just that when he fucked around with T.I., he didn't know that T.I. had it. But how the fuck you don't know that certain people had it? He been in the game for a very, very nice time. Just like you have some of these niggas who've been in the game for a very, very nice time, and they gonna spaz and they gonna beat some ass just sometimes. That's why sometimes it's good not to fuck with certain people. That's why I be laughing at certain things, because I be talking about the industry and the movement of certain things, because it be beautiful sometimes. I love sometimes when they be fucking around with certain these niggas, because I knew T.I. was gonna do that. I said, oh shit, I was the first one on Twitter said that. I said, oh shit, the king didn't answer he didn't answer the call. He didn't answer the call, because you got some people who won't answer the call, meaning when you dealing with real ass people, like real niggas, real people, they gonna answer the call, especially when they have built some shit. Meaning a legacy is something that is going to impact and shape their family. So whatever that they doing, their kids and certain shit like that, they can take over the foundation and certain things that they have built. And then you have a fuck nigga that's gonna come around and you gonna try to fuck with his legacy. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I wouldn't be surprised why niggas want to tear shit down, and that's pathetic. You know what I mean? Like, I lost all respect for that nigga when he tried to destroy P. Diddy. I hope P. Diddy is going to come home. I keep saying I cannot wait until, you like, what? because that foul shit that he did, like doing that whole Netflix shit. You like, what you talking about? Like, that's some foul shit. Like, you really try to end a motherfucker. Like, you try to end a person. Like, niggas should have a line in the sand. Like, even as much as people don't fuck with people or they don't like people or not, like, that's some bad karma. And I love how the American people stuck up for Tip, because that nigga was trending. They ain't think that his shit was gonna be like that. It's pathetic. But I love social media. I keep saying that shit. Social media is a great place. And I just want to thank everybody who come and rock with me. I thank everybody. I thank you all, for real, for coming to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I thank all of you guys for liking my stuff. I thank all of you guys for sharing my stuff. I have so many freaking hashtags. And let me tell you something. I love the remixes. Let me tell you something. This boy, he did amazing. I try to share it on here, but YouTube is not allowing me to share it on here. And this girl I had shared, I forgot her name, is like Green or something like that. And this young boy, he sung the shit out of it, like how he remixed it. I was like, boy, you won it. And I had to reshare it because the girl who I made her video, because I made her video go viral again. That's just what I have, right? So that's why I be getting mad with these stupid ass content creators want to feel some type of way, or people in general, because I just have the power like that. Sometimes when I see certain people things, I feel like it's meant for the world to see it. So why the fuck you gonna get mad at me, or you gonna feel some type of way? I didn't ask for whatever that I have, and I'm actually paying homage, and I'm actually giving respect to some of you stupid motherfuckers. So why are you? But I understand, because people are moving from out of greed. They're more like, damn, if she share my shit, she get this, that, and the third. She gonna do this, that, and the third. You understand what I'm saying? So, bitch, you didn't really, so it wasn't about your message. That's why I got mad at Rose Kitty. Like, I did, world. You like, why? Because, I understand the business aspect about it. You know what I'm saying? But when you are saying that you are really, really like a woman of God, and now you are really concerned about the enlightenment and the healing of women and having them understand certain things about marriages and shit like that, but then now all of a sudden you charging everybody in this motherfucker $250 to come get a fucking seminar from you, bitch, that's no longer godly. You're now being a woman of the world. You understand what I'm saying? And if you're doing more paid gigs than actually giving back out, you like, what are you talking about? Like, are you kidding me? Now, I could get penalized for however, but I'm just saying 20,000, 50,000, then I will host something free. You understand what I'm saying? Because I have to give back what the fuck you're giving me. In all reality, I really didn't come into this shit for profit. And I think that's why my things and the way stuff is going for me, because I'm not moving from out of a greed spirit. And then you have fake ass Christians that say that they're so sanctified and they're this, that, and the third. But then after a while, once they understand it, because everybody usually is hitting for that 10,000 mark. Because on Instagram, I think you gotta have like 10,000 followers or something like that to cross over to go to subscription. That's why niggas hit over to subscription. And then once you hit over to subscription, then you can charge people. That's where the money and the backlog and all that other different shit come in, which is very, very fine, and however that people want to be. But don't be coming up here lying, talking about this, that, and the third. No, bitch, you trying to become rich from off the people. So say that. And say that shit while you talking about the blood of Jesus and you talking about Paul 1 through 10, bitch. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that I had a problem with her. And then you doing, I'm not saying, because I'm not trying to give out no ideas. I don't want nobody to steal my stuff. My stuff always. You like, what? Because I was saying this. I keep saying this shit again. You like, what? Dead ass. I was coming up here saying that I want to be able to sit down and meet with the young ladies or the middle-aged women, because I'm right here in New York City. I was going to arrange for a little private little section. Or maybe I should just, I'm going to start doing it. Okay? I start out with, I don't know, maybe 3 or 6 at a table. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to say, see, all of this shit is free. Because I was saying that shit. This is free. This is free. I just want y'all to come and conversate. And let's have a very, very good day. Because sometimes these young women and these young girls just need a fucking day where they can just sit down and eat a good fucking brunch with some good waffles and bacon and shit. And just say how the fuck your day is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross over. I'm going to go to New Jersey, right there, probably in Newark somewhere nice, and I'ma say, see, a table of 6. You like what? Because I be saying that shit. But I feel like people should get back. I got over almost 40,000 people that come in and come rock with me, who come and come talk, come share my stuff, and come show me love. So why the fuck wouldn't I rent out a space and have y'all niggas come eat for free? You understand what I'm saying? And nobody moves like that, because I fucked with the people. And this is why the people around the world fuck with me. I'm so different. So you motherfuckers in the industry, you can be mad at me all the fuck you want. You like, bitch, you know. I mean, the superstars. There was this one bitch, she said something that had me fucked up. Because I said, bitch, that doesn't even make sense. For real. Like, who the fuck are you really talking about, bitch? And I said that on social media. Because who are you talking about? You like, for real. I said it. Who are you talking about? Because whatever the fuck you're saying doesn't even make sense. But I know you talking about me. That's why I said something about Lotto. You like, what? For real. Because I was going ham at one point in time. I was saying, I always call myself, I'm a renegade Barb. You like, what? For real. I'm a renegade Barb. For real, for real. I have a whole bunch of Barbs. I have Barbs that's on my fucking YouTube, on my Instagram. And I had the pleasure of talking to the Barbs. For real. And they love Nicki Minaj. But I call myself a renegade Barb. For sometimes I come back and I insert my motherfucking self. Sometimes. But the way that she had been performing and how her fucking team allowed her to do a whole bunch of different shit, where she's her own woman, she's going to do whatever the fuck that she want to do. But sometimes I come back and I remind the world sometimes. And I always say, please do not test me, because I'm a music influencer. And I hate to fucking disturb some shit or insert my shit and cause a chaos, because sometimes I have the power to do that. So I call myself a renegade Barb, because I am. I have always fucked with Nicki Minaj. I'm older, yes I am. I'm an older woman, and my shit go back from motherfucking MySpace, because Nicki Minaj was very, very hungry. For real, for real, for real, for real. So I have had the pleasure to actually watch her and witness her build her motherfucking career up, and from her to go to where she was and shit like that, and a whole bunch of different things. So within the industry and a whole bunch of different shit that she had to survive, and the shit that she had to, the way that she is. That's why I was getting up here lying and shit. Cause bitch, I know. You like, what? Fuck yeah, I know. Meaning, what the fuck you know? I know. The industry is into the industry until they get into the industry, and then they understand. You like, what the fuck you understand? And a lot of people, they don't understand that part. It's a whole different world. A lot of people be getting the shots, or however, not getting a shot, but they get a shot at the title. Everybody all get a shot at the title. Now they just don't like what comes with the title. You like, for real. They don't like it. They don't like it. And then they tuck their tail and they run and a whole bunch of different things, and they don't know the protocols. They don't know a whole bunch of different shit that they get. And then because they have tasted a little bit because of what the industry had provided for them, then they think that they're bigger than the program. They think that they're bigger than the industry. They think that they're bigger than Hollywood. And it's not going to be the case, because Hollywood and the industry have been around for a very, 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 very fucking long time. And it's different levels, and it's different. I shouldn't say this shit. It's different stuff. Bottom line, and that's just what comes with it. And because of certain things, and that's when you have a whole bunch of people, because they don't like it, or it's just that and the third. They want to say this, they want to do all of this, that and the third, and I'll always come back and I'll say this, that. So then you have people who become like middlemans. Like, what do you mean middlemen? This is why you have a lot of people who become independent artists and a whole bunch of different things and shit like that. And then they want to get it like that, and then they want to feel some type of a way. But it's very, very fucked up that people created labels and shit like that, and they were sleazeballs. Like bad deals, bad investments and shit like that. And then what I don't like about that shit is people be trying to hold people hostage and shit, and they don't want to let people they don't want to let people go. But you was a slime ball ass nigga. This labeling shit was just fucked up, right? You got enough money from out of me, nigga, so let me go free. And then you have a whole bunch of different people who don't want to let people go free. And they don't want them to be able to create their own labels and certain shit like that, because people have the power to be able to do that. I always say that shit sometimes. The most amazing part sometimes that certain people do is when sometimes when they're legally binded, because it's different when niggas are legally binded into some shit. I'll just give niggas 5 albums. I don't give a fuck how many fucking shit that I was obligated to get in them niggas. I'm telling you, I would sit in this fucking studio all fucking day and night. It's easy to come together to be able to do what, 10, 20, 30 fucking shits. I don't give a fuck what you do. Put it together, do it, submit it, get it the fuck out of here. Release me, or just get a mean ass lawyer, because there's always a clause within the clause to get out of some shit. And dealing with the positioning, meaning that's why it's very, very wise to get outside counsel, because if you're dealing with a label or with inside of a pyramid, they're going to send their own fucking lawyers, or however that it may be able to do a whole bunch of different things. And that's the importance of having an outside counsel. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Oh, thank you. Y'all was waiting for me, but I'm done. Thanks, social media. For real. Thanks, social media, and pay attention. Listen, you know what I'm about to say this and I'm about to get off. I always said I wish, don't a lot of people say, a lot of people should wish that social media was just a little bit active a long time ago, or maybe you didn't pay attention to it. Because social media will let you know friends, family, whoever, how they really fucking feel about you. They'll tell you. They'll start saying certain shit, and the little certain shit that they saying, you know. Like, hold on, this nigga, this bitch, she just feels some type of way. Oh, she's a hater. Because it'll show within what they're doing, and then they'll say, oh, I don't feel like that. Yes, you do. So let me go. Until next time. Bye bye.